Hey, as you can see, we are about to do some math today. You're in your wedding dress again?
Yeah, I thought I made it perfectly clear if I can fit into it, I'm gonna wear it as many times as possible.
I'm just happy to not be wearing the whole attire.
You're lucky I didn't force it on you.
I'm gonna get fat as soon as possible so that I can get out of that.
So today, we're gonna share with you how much our American wedding cost. Not to try to persuade you to have a wedding like we did. You can have a wedding exactly how you want to, but we thought it would be fun to share our costs because we're actually pretty proud of what we achieved for our budget.
Yeah, this is not some philosophy class, it's just us stating the facts of the video we constantly bug you with.
Alright, so let's start with the bride, shall we?
No.
Okay, we're gonna start with the bride.
No, we're gonna start with your eloping stuff, so then we get a good sense of the wedding. And then we can build it up.
So we should preface this with saying that I have always, my entire life, just wanted to elope. And I wasn't able to.
There's no way that would turn out well for me. I'd be kicked out of the family. For me, the only condition was I needed to have my immediate family in.
So, since I wasn't allowed to elope like my dream, we decided that we were going to have a wedding on our terms, which was small, quaint, and vintage. And that is exactly what we achieved.
Yeah, and I was able to get my parents from India and my family in US, my roommates pretty much. They made it too, so I was happy.
Alright, so let's start with the bride, the most costly of the two of us. So the number one thing when wedding planning is, when can I pick out a dress? Well, funny it is.
No wonder she keeps wearing it every now and then.
That's true, I love it so much. So I actually picked out my dress 5 years previous at my sister's wedding. When we were dress shopping for her, my mom and I fell in love with this dress and we said, Whitney, you have to get married in this dress. And lucky for us, she also fell in love with it. But the deal was made on that day that I too was going to wear this gorgeous dress. And the day has come and luckily I still fit into it. And actually, reversely, she wore the bridesmaid dress that I wore for her wedding. So we just swapped those, making our expense for the wedding dress and the bridesmaid dress $0.
But Whitney, how much did this wedding dress cost? I don't know yet.
It was Whitney's expense, doesn't count for us.
Fair enough, as long as my card is not swiped, I'm happy. Sadly, my brother didn't have any wedding suit waiting for me, so I had to buy mine. And lucky enough, Express had some pretty decent value tuxedos, and I got mine for around $150 and maybe shoes for $25, and that was pretty much it for my American wedding attire.
So options for men is either rent or buy your suit, and renting is about $150 to $200 anyway, so we figured why not buy him an adorable tuxedo. We did, and he's already been able to wear it like 6 more times after the wedding. We for sure got our money's worth out of that. But going on with the bride's dress, we have our bride's flowers and our groom's flowers and our jewelry. I actually just wore jewelry I already owned. And for flowers, my mom just pulled these tricks out of her hat and she went to Michael's in Hobby Lobby and purchased silk bouquets and kind of added in her own touches and made an amazing bouquet that I am able to reuse even 2 years later. It's still sitting on our entryway and it cost like $30. Your flower boutonniere was also recycled from my sister's wedding, which cost like $1 to make from Michael's. So flowers were basically
I'm
free.
starting to get a feeling that we had a lot of secondhand stuff on us.
We for sure had a lot of secondhand stuff at our wedding.
Yeah, coming to some of the fancy stuff that we had, our Indian attire. So thankfully we had my brother and my sister-in-law doing all the shopping for us while we peacefully stayed at our home.
I think they had a lot of fun shopping for our wedding because after we already gave the go-ahead for like 2 or 3 outfits, they were like, no, we're gonna go to another store. No, we're gonna go to another store. And we're like, whatever, guys.
Yeah, we lost.
You know our measurements. Just send home what you want.
We lost track how many stores they hopped in and out of. They were having fun and they put in a lot of effort. And special thanks to them. And
thank you.
And our outfits, at least we think, look good.
Yeah. So
it costs around $300, and the best part is if you were to get that in the US, it'd be pretty expensive.
The second most expensive part of a wedding is probably your actual venue. So we decided, instead of getting married on a Saturday morning in an empty Catholic church, we were actually going to surprise the whole parish and get married on Saturday night at 5 o'clock Mass. And that means there was an entire church full of people there for regular Mass.
Yeah, we didn't have to rent a crowd.
And we got to walk down the aisle with the priest and our bridesmaids, and Tillman got to walk down the mother and mother of the bride. Just like a typical wedding, but our entire church was full of wedding guests. Instead of having like a completely empty church for the video, our church was jam-packed. It made it look like we invited like 1,000 people to our wedding, when in reality we had 30.
Hey, we also got some gifts from the strangers.
Yeah, people actually gave us money too. But
good.
so we didn't have to rent the church. All we did was tip our priest and tip the orchestra.
Yeah, and that was pretty convenient, and I thought it worked out well for everyone.
People were so excited to see a surprise bride. Like, their faces were like, oh my gosh, a bride! It was really fun. So after your wedding is your wedding reception. And I don't know about you, but we are not hotel wedding kind of people. We found an adorable independently owned pizzeria in East Nashville, which is super trendy, and it was so adorable. It was an old-fashioned house, cute on the outside, on the inside so cozy, a brick fireplace with a fireplace going in it. And we just ordered our food on consumption.
And it could just pretty much fit around 35 people.
I know, it was like exactly our size.
Yeah, so we pretty much occupied the whole pizza place. It was like our own private venue, and all we paid for is the pizzas and some kebabs.
So as people ate, our guy just kept bringing more pizzas out, and at the end, he just billed us for the pizzas that we ate, which was about like 15.
What is this, 15?
I don't know, pizzas.
We didn't eat 15 pizzas.
I don't know.
Probably this one did. I don't know how many pizzas we ate, but all in all, it probably cost us like $400, and that's about it.
The one big thing that we didn't get to do when planning a wedding was like the big fun cake tasting. But with those cake tastings, that price is built right into the expensive boutique cake, and the cake that I was actually like looking at on Pinterest cost like over $300. But the company that I worked for at the time had a Sam's Club membership card, and I was the card holder. And so we actually got our wedding cake for, I'm gonna steal your thunder here, $80 at Sam's. And it was the most adorable 3-layer cake I could have ever asked for. It had flowers, it had amazing icing, it was 3 tiers, and it was cute. $80 for a cake.
Yeah, and to be frank, call me old, I'm not a big fan of cake. Like, I'm not excited with, oh my god, what's the cake gonna taste like? I know what a cake tastes like by now. But yeah, this cake looked great and costed pretty much within our budget.
Yeah, it was a great price for that. Oh, going back to like me. Back to me. So we covered the wedding dress and the jewelry, but we didn't cover the hair and the makeup and the nails. So for my like glam squad day, we were on the app Thumbtack, and I found a hair and makeup girl for about $150, and she came to my house and she did it all. So it was $150 plus a tip. And I got my hair and makeup done. And then for my nails, I never go to get my nails done anyway. So I actually used these adorable stickers that they sell at Ulta Beauty. And I had a French manicure that are like stick-on nails, and those were $6. So
that's cool.
Hair, makeup, and nails done for like under $160.
I had a good face wash and some typical coconut oil that probably was stinking a little bit, but good for me.
And his hair got cut at Great Clips for like $10.
Yeah, so one of the things when Carolyn said she wanted a little wedding, one thing she was kind of particular about was she wanted pictures. She wanted pictures that last a lifetime. So I mean,
tiny wedding, big pictures.
Yeah, exactly. She wanted those memories that last a lifetime. Possibly she didn't have high hopes of me keeping up in shape, and as you can see, the hair is already a mess. So she just wanted pictures of me looking good in my 20s. Okay, so I just went up on Thumbtack and found an amazing photographer, Jay. He was amazing, and that was probably our biggest expense in terms of he clicked pictures and a tiny video.
And we really had no budget on our photographer because we knew that we were spending so little money on everything else. We just wanted to spend as much money as possibly needed on our photography and videography because that was like number one of importance for us.
Yeah, so the photographer cost, including the pictures and the video, around $1,800, and trust me, this wedding didn't cause any fights, to be honest.
And if I would have given him more money. I received the video and I was like, this is so exactly perfect what I wanted. I'm like, I need to give him more money. I love it so much.
But we didn't, okay?
We didn't. You can see the video. We'll link it right now.
Yeah, we don't look like that in real life. She probably does.
Oh my god, I literally cannot tell you that video is everything I've ever asked for. Okay. You didn't share the single most important part of our marriage, which shows that we're off the market, and that is our wedding rings. Now mine actually was quite pricey and will not be included in this budget, but Talwin's on the other hand. If you go into an American jewelry store and tell them that you're looking for a man's wedding ring, they're gonna direct you to like $600 gold wedding rings. I love you, but you're not worth that.
I know that. I won't disagree on that front. I'm worth $30 and that's what this costs.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. It looks like real gold, it feels like real gold, and Talwin's finger hasn't even turned green once.
And fun fact, if you lose it, it doesn't cost a fight. This is my second one and hopefully many more to go.
I didn't even care when he lost his last one.
So, there we go.
So anyway, once again, we're not trying to persuade you to have a cheap or an expensive wedding. You have the kind of wedding you want. And
Sweetheart, I don't think they're gonna listen to us and plan a wedding anyways, so...
well, I just wanted to let them know.
So all in all, our wedding cost a little over $3,000. Minor expenses aside, but you aren't paying for it. It's a rough estimate. So in Indian terms, it costs somewhere around 2.5 lakhs, and I think that's a pretty good target.
Yeah,
that we
we're
had in
not
mind.
the greatest at math, but we know that that costs about a fifth of the cost of a typical American wedding. And what of a typical Indian wedding?
Probably like 1/10, and we also had less guests, probably 1/100th of that.
To be fair, we had 30 guests.
Yeah, that's probably the
But
major
the point
cost.
is, we did not get married in anyone else's standards. It's exactly what we wanted, exactly how we did it. And we are so happy, and in the end, we're still married. So that's all that matters.
So far, we survived 2 years. I guess that should be good enough for $3,000, I guess.
Let us know in the comments below if your wedding costs well above or well below ours. And if you haven't gotten married yet, we would like to be invited. We want to taste your cheap or expensive cake. We like it all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one's inviting us freeloaders, but good to put it out there.
Well, happy wedding planning if that's what you're doing. That was dumb. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Even if you didn't like this video, because it was a complete mess. Even more.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
See you guys. Okay.
I don't know if you can pull a video out of that, but good luck. Okay, you know what? I think the first one's okay.
No, I think this one was a lot better.
Quaintest, old-fashioned. Oh wait, we
didn't
didn't
say
even
that.
grand total it.
I'll do it.
Okay. So in total,
What do you mean I'll do it? Okay.
I just really wanted to say it. I'm never gonna tell us the total.
Okay.